What's up, everybody, and welcome to DingDongPwns Play Star Wars Battlefront Achievement Guide for Ackbar's Elite Achievement. This is the one where you have to beat a Master Survival without dying. What we found, I was playing with my friend M-Dog Dismissal, is the easiest place to get this achievement is on Hoth. Both pick E11 or any blaster rifles, and I chose the Rogue and he chose Survivor, but you could choose both. Rogue doesn't really matter. The extra grenades are the best bet. That's why I picked Barrage. So the whole point is there's one spot in this area where no enemies can spawn behind you and there's no room. It's basically a small room. Here it is. Nothing can spawn behind here. And what you want to do is you want to make it to wave 3 where you have the drop pod come in, and you want to claim it, and you want to get blaster cannons. Ideally, you want two, one for each of you, but if you get an infantry turret and a blaster cannon, that's good as well. But what you want to do is you want to survive these 3 waves. They're not too bad, and as you can see, it's nice and simple over here. There's a lot of cover. If you start to get hit, you can just run behind the wall, get your health back, and then go ahead. As you see M-Dog doing, he's going to run behind. I'll watch these guys. They don't hit too hard. Only the AT-ST hits hard. So I'm going to skip towards wave 3, which is coming up right now. Wave 3 is alive. M-Dog is going to claim the drop pod. I'm just taking out some of these enemies. What you want to do is you want to try and leave one alive until the drop pod is complete. That way you don't spawn the next round. The next round, wave 4, is only an AT-ST, but it comes from outside here. And if you're not prepared, it does a lot of damage, as you're going to see once we claim this pod. So what we're trying to do is just delay it as much as possible, but this guy's going to try and secure it, so we had to. So wave 3 is done. This is going to drop. So M-Dog Dismissal right away gets a blaster cannon. So I check, I get a smart rocket. I didn't want that. Blaster cannon. So we got 2 blaster cannons. So this wave 4, is just an AT-ST, and it is going to take a little bit of time to take out. But what's better is to have the time because you're not in a rush. You want to complete this, and plus we get the achievement for beating it in under 35 minutes, which is really simple on this level. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to deal some damage to it while it's outside and just walking up, because it does take a little bit of time. So M-Dog's at the back getting ready. I'm just running. I do try to go down the middle, but I realize it's not a smart idea because the AT-ST is right here. And as you're going to see as well, is the AT-ST. There, I almost died. I almost screwed up right at the beginning, but thankfully I didn't. So I'm going to take the back roads. As I was saying though, the AT-ST can't shoot you up close when you're in that tunnel, in that little section. So it can shoot you from when it's walking right into the main section at the beginning, but the AI isn't really that smart, so it's going to walk all the way up. And as you can see, it's straight at the tunnel entrance, but it's not doing anything. It's just going to sit there. So basically M-Dog and myself are just shooting it. It takes a little bit more time than if we had like a vehicle turret or a smart rocket, but we didn't want to take any chances, so we're just taking it out slowly. There we go. So I'm gonna set up my turret. You want to set it back up a little bit farther behind, and you want to have it like crossed. So here, as you can see, I get a good angle. A lot of guys come from this angle, so this is a perfect side. And then M-Dog is seen directly outside of the hangar. So there you go. The guys are coming. just mow them on down. And what we do as well is, if your turret overheats, jump off of it and use your rifle and use your grenade, use your barrage, anything that you can. Try to stay on the turret as long as possible because the turret is the most powerful thing. So wave 5 is done, nice and simple. So we're going to skip ahead. You know, this is what we did for all the rest of the waves. So we're going to skip ahead to wave 15. And we don't worry about any other pods. Now, the only pod that you can worry about is the one that spawns right in front of here. As you can see right there, just to the left of me, there is a pod that drops there. So what we did is we claimed those pods and we got what was out of there. We got 2 squad shields just in case. But here we go. Here's wave 15. As you can see, we're 15 minutes in, so it's not a big deal. This one, we do have a lot of guys plus an ATST, and the ATST spawns right outside the hangar. So it is possible that it can shoot you or lock onto you. So you have to be very careful on this wave. And you're going to see M-Dog jump off of him because you're going to see there's the rocket. It did hit him, but it didn't do that much damage. So he was off of it for a while. And here you go. My turret overheated, so I just got off of it and I started shooting my barrage. I started shooting my grenades, using my Y cooldown as well, getting as many people as possible, staying out of cover because the ATST is coming up. But at this point, there's only 4 enemies left, and as you can see right there, the ATST is right out front the door. So all you have to do is shoot it. It's just going to stand there. And we're just going to shoot it. M-Dog and myself do the fist bump. First one really bad. We wanted to do it again. Boom. Blowing it up. So it starts to walk away, and as it walked away, I got a little scared because it can shoot you from there. So we brought it back, but at this point, you know, it's just shoot the ATST until it drops down. And this is the easiest way that we found to to get the 2 achievements, the master for 35 minutes and Ackbar's elite, the achievement that we got. So what you're going to see here is I'm going to shoot the guys. Do a little cutscene. Get out in an A-wing. And here's the first achievement popping up, which is on the ball. Survive any mission on master difficulty within 35 minutes. And then here's Ackbar's elite. 40-pointer. Complete any survival mission on master difficulty without dying. So that's it for me, guys, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe.